Okay, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. So now we're going to be talking about stakeholders, right? And any great project manager will let you know that stakeholders are really important. They can make or mar your project. They can make your project fail. They can make it succeed. Okay. How you work with them, how you understand this topic really is important. And it's crucial knowledge that you would need even in other areas of your life. Do you understand? So this is map your stakeholders. It's a mission to understand your stakeholders. So look at my screen. So it says, think of a project, for example, organizing a birthday party, planning a weekend trip, or even preparing a big meal. All right. Think about if this was one-on-one, this is what I would have made you do in the class. So I want you to work on it. Just think about it. Who would be affected, or who would this project affect? 5 stakeholders at least for a birthday party, a weekend trip. Decide the one you and take note of it right now. I'm watching you. So take note of it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, do that. Now, place them on the power interest grid. Most likely you don't know what this is yet, but just look at it. For the 5 people that you put in an order of importance, who is most important? Who is important, but the project can do without? Who is important that if this person is not there, things will fall to the crack? Who is the person we are doing the project for? That's if it's a birthday party, but there's a celebrant. If every other thing works, if there's no celebrant, there's no party, right? For a weekend trip, who are the people traveling? On the weekend trip, if it's a road trip, who is going to drive the car? If it's a flight, are you going to reach out to an agent to book flights, to schedule flights for you? Preparing a big meal, think about it. The market women are actually your stakeholders. You may see them as not so important because maybe you could order, you could go yourself, markets men or whoever is selling, you know. Have you thought about that? Right. So stakeholders. I just wanted you to do that. So stakeholders. Now think about it, that you have an idea, you have a project idea, but without stakeholders, your project is pretty much just an idea. Okay, it's an idea that lives in your head or that will live in your document forever. Okay, so let's zero in on this topic a little bit more. My mouse is not moving. Okay, my slides are not moving. Ha ha ha. Okay. All right. Okay, good. See what the problem is. Okay, good. So let's get started. The people side of projects, we'll come back to the task, okay? The people side of projects. Now, managing stakeholders, teams, and expectations is crucial more often than we think for project success, okay? If you're planning a trip, your project can fail not because you don't know where you're going, not because you don't have the flights, but because the person that needs to drive you forgot to tell you that, let's say a man is supposed to drive you, forgot to tell you that his wife is pregnant and they're expecting a baby soon. So the morning when you've prepared, you've done outfit of the day, you've done a video leaving your house, all right? So the meetup points. Then you call driver. Hello, Mr. Driver. Where are you? The person says, oh, celebrate with me. I'm at the hospital. My wife just put to bed. I know some of you will be like, what the heck? And some people will be like, oh, okay, let me leave. Let's look for somebody else. But for someone like me, I won't be happy that he didn't communicate with me, actually. I'll be honest, especially because I'm a project manager. I often have very high standards from people, very, very high standards of discipline. Okay. Right, very, very high standards of discipline. So this one I'm saying, this is my teaching mode. From on a project, you'd really like discipline and organization and clarity, all of that. Okay, so let's go. So it's not just the boss, all right? This is a mistake that a lot of people make. It's not just the person that can fire you. Some people can influence people to fire you. So you may not be fired and you'll be frustrated, okay? So your stakeholders, the sponsor, the funding is important. So the sponsor, most likely this is your boss, right? Let me use an example of a marketer, okay, or a copywriter. So yeah, copywriter in a team. So most media agencies is a maybe copywriter analyst. There's a senior copywriter, senior editor, things like that. So but you have a boss, right? You have a team that reviews your work. You have a team of copywriters, someone else that you can share your work with to review it. You have the customer that is going to read it. So someone that's going to read your article, your blog post, that needs to like it. So you can write something beautiful, but if it's not liked, if they don't comment, if they don't engage it, the sponsor or the boss that is your friend may not really be happy with you. The regulator, let's say in the fintech space, or even in digital content creation. Okay, in movies, say Nollywood, I think there is an organization. I'm trying to remember now. Like an association of movie. There's NBC, correct? National Broadcasting Commission. I've heard them ban some music. Like I've heard them ban music, some music before, right? Yeah, some music record. I've seen them, I've heard them ban, that this kind of music is not fit to be played on radio waves, so it should be banned. So there are regulators like that. So all of these people are your stakeholders. So you're working in an organization, you are thinking about all these people, okay? So not all stakeholders are equal. I think I mentioned this earlier. By the way, if you notice the slide here is different. The design is a bit cheeky and classy. Something else I tried. Try AI, guys. It will really help you and save time. Okay. With limited time, you need to always strategically allocate your attention. You need to understand the different kinds of people per time. Okay. Different kinds of people at every point in time. So this is called the high power low interest grid. Okay, interest power grid. Some people call it interest and power grid. So so you need to know at every point in time the people that fit each of the quadrants. So if we look at this person is high power, high interest. You need to keep this person satisfied always. High power, low interest. This is, for example, the CFO, the person that gives you money. They may not really be interested in the project, but they need to approve your budgets. All right. They may not be interested in the outcome of the project, but they need to be sure that there is return for the business. So they must be satisfied in the return on investment. Do you see? There is the high power, low interest, which is that's the CFO is high power, low interest, right? So this person, you need to manage this person closely. So in case of a CFO, you need to always give them reports, okay? So regular reports. Oh, we had this issue, we need to let you know. This can also be your CEO, depending on the kind of project. Sometimes some CEOs are high power, high interest. Sometimes some CEOs are high power, low interest. Now, regulators sometimes they also fall into low interest and high power. So you see low interest and high power. So they may not be interested in your projects, but they can ban your entire project. Do you understand? They can ban your entire project. So literally. So so low power, high interest. This could also sometimes be the regulator, right? In some cases, regulators don't have as much power, but they are very interested in the success of that project. Our regulators mostly don't fall into this. They mostly fall into high power, low interest. They don't really care about the project, but they have so much influence. Okay, so yeah. So depending on the project, right? Depending on the projects you are managing, So you really want to just look at this and say, oh, for that project I'm working on. Yeah, let's move to the next slide. So this is your game plan. All right. So let's say high power, high interest. These are your key allies and decision makers. They need to ensure that, I mean, a lot of times your CEO falls here, right? So when you see number two, high power, low interest, it says think of the CEO, right? They want you to give them updates regularly, but a lot of times they are also high interest. Sometimes they also have interest, they have interest in the project and they have high influence. Okay. So third is low power, high interest. All right. This group, like a sales team, they need to know when the project is ready. So they will drive things for you. All right. Give them regular updates, don't overload them. Low power, low interest are people that require minimal attention. I mean, we can think of people like this, right? So, but the problem sometimes is you overlook these people and they mess you up, like the driver. Do you get like the driver, okay? Like the driver. But what helps you avoid that is called RACI. That's the RACI chart. Okay, clear rows usually equals zero confusion. If you have clear rows, it will help you avoid a lot of confusion. And what that means is it's pretty much so this is an example. So it's defining who is responsible, who is to be kept accountable, who is to be consulted, and who is to be informed. Do you understand? So the responsible is the doer, okay? So in the person that is doing it, actually doing stuff, right? So that's on your project management team, that's maybe your technical team. On your project management team, maybe that's your copywriter or your digital marketer or something, right? On your accountable is person that needs to be kept accountable. Do you get someone that needs to be kept accountable, right? That says, this is the person that must do this work. Do you get it? So let me think about. Let me share. So I can say the design team is responsible for delivering this. However, who I'm holding accountable is Sheon. That's the team lead. So during the project meeting, I'm going to ask Sheon, what is the update on the development of the software as a solution, also called SaaS products that we are building for Transsion Holdings or that we are building for XAI, GC. There is one person accountable, not the entire team. You say the entire team, you say, I thought this person was supposed to do that. So and the team members need to always be kept aware of this person so that, I mean, the person that's accountable needs to know, and the team members also need to know that they know who is being kept accountable, just so that they understand when he's asking them for update or when he's trying to push them. So C is consulted. This is the expert. This individual provides input to expertise requiring a two-way conversation, right? So this is like maybe somebody that needs to be consulted. Project manager yourself can be there sometimes, right? Informed is stakeholder that needs to be kept informed, right? So people that need to receive reports, people giving you money, CFO, the CEO, different people like that, okay? So I hope that makes sense. So think about an office party. So the task is, this is what you want to do. You want to do an office party, right? That's the brief of the project. Now, somebody needs to buy the small chops. Junior admin needs to buy the small chops. Action, go to market. Person is responsible for going to the market, right? Approve cash for small chops, right? So this person that is accountable for this, all right? Check for allergies, HR manager, receive invitation, CEO. So when you think about it, everybody needs to be aware, right? Everybody has different responsibilities in this case. So the golden rule of RACI is there can only be one person. I've mentioned this before, right? Multiple people are accountable. It creates ambiguity. We need to be able to hold somebody. So communication channels, I mentioned that we're going to get here earlier. So depending on your team, right, you would most likely have all this set up, or at least 3 or 4 of them. So Slack or Teams is where everybody in the team is talking about serious stuff. updates, check-ins, regular things like that, emails, official approvals, and you need to set this cadence. Project manager, you need to let them know for official documents, approvals, request, approval or confirmation. It needs to be it needs to be via email, right? Slack, WhatsApp for quick nudges, quick text here and there, their meetings. All right. So that's what all these communication channels are for. Right. So I think that is it. So I told you about this task earlier. I hope you have more context on how to go about it now. And I look forward to the interactive session so we can dive deep into it. Thank you very much. See you in the next video.